please unpack.
Yes, start doing your warm-up that is set up on your tables.
And then make sure you go to your assigned group, whether that's with me or Miss Natalie.
Yes, so Miss Allie will be over here, I'll be over here. So once you'll see on your warm-up which group you are in, and then you can read on your own or with a partner. Alrighty, friends, are we ready to read this new story that we have? So today our story that we are going to read is called Family Night, okay? And we're gonna read it together first, and if we want, we can just do like popcorn. Does that work with everybody? Yes, okay. So we'll popcorn, get through the story together, talk about it, and then we'll go from there. All right, and let's try to just save our questions till the end of the story. Let's see, does anyone want to start us off? We're a little shy, okay. Well, let's see. Samantha, do you mind starting us off? Thank you so much. Okay, perfect. So, at my house, Friday night is family night. Our whole family gets together to do something fun. 2 weeks ago, we went bowling. Last Friday, we went to art show. This week, we planned to see a movie at the movie theater. Thank you so much, Samantha. That was a great job. Can you popcorn to somebody else, please? Okay, you want to popcorn to Ben. Okay, Ben, start us off. All right, or continue. What movie shall we see, Dad asked. I like action movies, my brother said. I like to watch cars crash. Can you speak up a little bit more, Ben, so we can all hear you? Okay, thank you so much. I like to watch superheroes fly. I like animal movies, my sister said. Okay, can you popcorn to somebody else, please? Thank you. All right. Perfect. Angel, you're going to go. Oh, okay. I like animal movies, my sister said. I want to see horses run free in fields. I want to see whales in the sea. All right, can you pop? Good job, Ben. All right. Jake, let's have you take over. I like animal movies. I like animal movies, my sister said. I want to see horses run free in fields. I want to see whales in the sea. All right, next person. I like funny movies, Dad said. I laugh when people throw pies. I laugh when people tell funny jokes. I like movies about love, her mom said. I like it when a man and woman get married and live happily ever after. Okay, next person. I like cartoons, I said. I like colorful movies with a lot of music. What could we do? Our family could not choose a movie night to watch together. Dad thought he'd solve the problem. He said, why don't we just stay home and play a family game? Good job, okay, great reading, y'all. Next person, almost done. Why don't we just, oh, sorry, I read that, okay. We all thought that was a great idea. Let's play puzzles, I said. Let's play cards, my brother said. Let's play checkers, my sister said. All right, I'll read the last part, okay, and then we're done our story. Dad just shook his head and rolled his eyes. Why do you guys think he's rolling his eyes and shaking his head at the family? I'll be in bed, he said. Wake me when family game night begins. What do you think he meant by that? That's silly, right? Okay, can somebody tell me who the main character of the story is? We're gonna go over some questions just together, talk about this. What did y'all think? Like, what were your thoughts about that? You liked the story? You thought it was funny that they couldn't come up with something to do together. Great job, great thinking. What about you? Awesome, okay. So, some of these questions we're gonna go over together, and then after we go over these questions, I'm gonna give you guys the vocab, and you're gonna fill out the vocab and definitions with a partner, okay, in our groups. And once we're done that, we will get together as a whole group, all right? Does that sound good? Questions, vocab, whole group. Perfect. You guys did great reading that story. I'm so proud of y'all.
In this part, I would have already had the students popcorn read and then go over everything that they would like to discuss during the reading. And then I would open up and then I would say some of the questions that we as co-teachers have designed to be able to ask the questions that we need to ask to be able to reach our goals for this lesson. So now that we've popcorn read and we've gone over each section of our reading and our passage, can someone tell me who was the main character of this story? Thank you so much, Liam. That is an awesome answer because that is correct. Bob was the main character of the story, and he was our main character. So that was a great answer. Thank you for sharing. Does anybody else think anybody else was the main character of the story? No? All right, that's great. We all agree. For our next question, what happens at the beginning of our passage? Does anybody know what happens at the beginning of the passage? Anybody want to share? Oh, that is right. They definitely start to figure out what they want to do as a family, right? Like they're trying to understand what they want to do together, and they're trying to pick a movie and tell what each of them like. So yeah, they definitely are trying to pick a movie and figure out what they want to do. Instead of going to the movies, what did they go do instead? Can anybody tell me what they went and did instead? Is Anne right over here? Did they end up going to the movies? No? Well, what did they end up doing? Oh, did they finally decide on going bowling? Yes? That's so right, Ian. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay to get things wrong. But you know, the family did decide to go bowling, right? They made that decision. So that was definitely our correct answer for that one. What's the problem in the story? Overall, like what's our big conflict that the family's kind of having? Like as in, if you're not really on the same page, or if you want to do something else, or if your brother and sister at home, they also don't want to go do something, but you want to go do it. What's the problem in this story with this family? They all kind of talk about the types of movies they want to see, but can they make a decision? Do they end up making a decision on one? Do they? No, they don't end up making a decision. Dad ends up telling them that they're not going to do it, right? So that actually is the real conclusion of the story and the main problem throughout the whole thing. So that was definitely the few questions that we wanted to go over with you guys for this passage to make sure everybody kind of understood the beginning, middle, and end and understood some key parts within the story. So you guys are gonna go back together now as a whole group, and you're going to take an assessment together, but we are gonna discuss this further as a big group, okay? All right, everybody go back to their seats for me. Thank you.
Getting back to your seats, back as a big group.
All right, so now that we're all back together, does anybody want to share some thoughts and opinions on what we just read and discussed in our groups?
Yeah, what are your thoughts? I love that. That's a great thought.
That is a great thought. Does anybody want to expand on that idea and thought?
Samantha, great point to add. I I really enjoyed that point. Okay.
That was a good point.
It seems like y'all are really understanding the story that we read together, and did you guys understand a lot of the vocab that we gave you?
Because we're going to be reviewing that in our assessment we're about to take.
Yes, we are. So, if you don't, does anyone have any other questions before we begin our last thing of the day, or last thing of our reading class? No? Okay,
Alright,
so we're
clear
gonna
your desk and we're gonna pass
Yes.
out the assessment. Remember, no talking.
stay quiet, please. We're gonna hand out the assessment. This is something that you need to be quiet and do yourself. Okay.
All right, everybody. When I say begin, start reading aloud at the top of the page. Read across the page. You can use your finger if you'd like. Try to read each word and be sure to do your best reading. Are you ready? All right, begin.
We're going to set a timer. Do your best. Oh, stay quiet. There should be no talking. Beep, beep, beep.
Time's up. We're gonna collect your assessment now. Remember, still no talking while tests are out.
Make sure your name is on it, because we want to know who did the great work. Get the credit. Okay.
Awesome job.
Is everyone done? Okay. Great job today, everyone. You may quietly pack up and get ready for math.